Usain Bolt. This will be a fun one. I was in Hawaii when I got a message from this guy Kumar, who runs Xbox Lifestyle and Pop Culture, their whole LPNC group, and he was like, "Yo, can we get you to come to Jamaica? When are you leaving Hawaii? We need you to fly immediately to Jamaica once you're back from vacation to do this thing with Usain Bolt." And I said, nobody's gonna believe that. They're not gonna understand what it's gonna take to get almost halfway across the world, right? From Hawaii to Seattle to grab my stuff, to fly to Jamaica, to make it down there in a timely manner to do this shoot with Usain Bolt. So we did it anyway. But yeah, what I found is I did so many cool things and I feel like I have nothing to show for it. And what I haven't yet figured out, or what I started to figure out, is I was never in the content biz for myself. All these things I did at the behest of an employer, Xbox. And I said, if I want to continue to do this, you ever hear that? You have to be famous to be famous. Not that I was chasing fame, but if I wanted to host, I had to be a host. So if I wanted to be a host, I had to prove that I was hosting. So I finally got to this point where I was like, I need to bring a camera with me. But sometimes I got scared that if you take a camera with you, people are going to think that you're having fun. I was always scared of Xbox just saying, you're not working. You're out here creating stuff for you. How are you bettering the Xbox brand? And the toughest part for me to get past was when I got laid off in 2019. It had nothing to do with the hosting work. And that's what pissed me off, is because I spent 3-4 years hosting for them. And when the layoff happened, which was just for business reasons, I wasn't mad about that. But the hosting almost didn't count. And I realized that I was so worried about keeping up appearances internally, like, hey, I'm working, I'm taking meetings from these things. I'm not creating content and doing egregious shots and talking to these celebrities from my own channels. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, getting in and getting out. My advice to myself now is bring that goddamn camera along and record you and Rhonda sitting in the hair and makeup room singing to Michael Jackson. Get her to say something silly, because nobody else can do that thing for you. You have to do it for yourself. So that's where I've sort of ended up, is that to break in, to get more work, I have to do things that bolster my work, and I need to hold on to that bit tightly and not be afraid of what others are thinking. And that's still an obstacle I struggle with. And to create those things and to, view myself less as a host. And maybe this will help with hosting, but being a window into this world that other people don't get to look through. So if I think of myself as that lens and I can shine a light on what's going on, then other people have the inclination to want to watch that.
Yeah, that's an awesome answer. I love the, you have to put yourself and your needs into the equation. That was the thing for me, is and I learned this from Kevin. Kevin is always like, I'm going here. I'm going to take an extra 24 hours to enjoy it. And I was like, idiot. That's not work. But now I realize the immense wisdom that you have when you're like, okay, I'm here already. If I can push my flight 24 hours or longer, if I can book an extra night in the hotel and actually experience where I'm at, it's going to be something that goes from just work to something that can be personally enriching. And I was so resistant to his way of thinking for so long. And then then COVID happened.
Yeah.
And I was just let me out of my house. I couldn't handle it.